Hi everyone, welcome to English for You. I'm Pat.
I'm Elsie.
And today we're starting a little comic strip in our For You magazine, and it's all about time travel. Do you enjoy movies and other stories about time travel?
I do enjoy one movie called Interstellar.
Okay.
With Matthew McConaughey in it.
Okay, I've not seen that.
Really? You have to watch it.
Okay.
It's about time travel, and the surprising part is that when he comes back, his daughter is the same age as him.
Oh, that's interesting.
That's interesting, right?
Okay. Obviously, time travel plays a big part in the last Avengers movie. They go back in time to steal all the stones.
Right.
And Scott misses 5 years while he's in that strange quantum realm.
Yeah.
So that was a big plot point in the Avengers movie. I've read The Time Traveler by H.G. Wells, like one of the very first time travel stories. And there have been a few different versions of that one. So sometimes I think time travel gets too difficult to understand because of like, oh, I can't change the future or I can't change the past because something might happen. That starts to bother me after a while, but if it's just a little bit and it's just a bit of fun, I like it when they're fun rather than super serious. But let's see what's going to happen in our time travel in today's article, part 1. Let's check it out.
Reading. A trip through time. Ting Ting starts her time travel adventure. Ting Ting walks through the door and into the living room.
Hi, Ting Ting. How were your classes today?
Oh, hey, Dad. They were okay. I didn't learn anything new, though.
I'm sure you'll learn something next.
Ting Ting walks into her bedroom and closes the door.
Time. Wow, that girl has a bad attitude. She should have more respect.
Ting Ting is lying on her bed. She's watching videos on her phone while drinking bubble tea.
Ting Ting, I'm afraid I have something important to do downstairs. You'll have to get your own dinner.
I'm starting to feel hungry. It's weird that Dad hasn't called me.
Ting Ting goes into the kitchen to find some food.
Dad? Dad? Where are you? This is so strange.
Ting Ting goes down into the basement to look for her dad. Some things are broken on the floor, and the place looks a mess.
Dad spends a lot of time experimenting with stuff down here. Hello, Dad? Are you down here? He's not here either. This is awful. Wait, I know what this is. Dad was making 2 time machines.
Ting Ting picks up a plan for 2 time machines.
Where's the other one? I think he used it.
Ting Ting picks up the remaining time machine.
I have to locate Dad. I'm worried he might need my help. Let's see. Which buttons do I press?
Ting Ting sees a note on the wall. It has step-by-step instructions.
It seems that all I need to do is press this big red button here. Nothing happened. Stupid thing.
Ting Ting bangs the time machine against the table. Bang! Ting Ting disappears in a cloud of smoke.
So we'll describe some of the pictures in the comic book as well as what the characters say, and we see Ting Ting walks through the door and into the living room.
这边呢，我们先看到他说 Ting 进门后到客厅 and then Ting's dad says, Hi Ting, how were your classes today?
And Ting says, Oh, hey Dad, they were okay. I didn't learn anything new though, so kind of disappointing.
所以爸爸问他你今天在学校学了什么，然后 Ting 说我没有学到任何的新东西 and then Ting's dad says, I'm sure you'll learn something next.
Yeah, we'll see him saying next, and then there's those 3 little dots that mean he's still talking, but we see as he's talking, Ting walks into her bedroom and boom, closes the door.
所以爸爸还在讲话，婷婷就走回房间，并且关上门。And Tingting's dad says, "Time."
Yeah, I hope you'll learn something next time, but boom.
哦
She interrupts him. She doesn't even listen.
所以前面的文字呢，爸爸才刚讲完，然后再讲到 time 的时候，婷婷就把门关起来了。
Yes.
Wow, that girl has a bad attitude. 这个是爸爸说的话。
Yes, she's got a bad attitude. The word attitude is the way you deal with people and things in your life. You know, you could think you have a good attitude for your classes. You could have a bad attitude about cleaning up, something like that. You could just generally have a bad attitude. You're not nice to talk to. In casual English, if we say, oh, you've got an attitude, this means you're not helpful, you're not willing to work hard. So the dad is saying, Ting Ting, she's not respecting me, she's not listening to me talk, she doesn't care about this class. You've got a bad attitude, girl. Here's another example. The teacher told Stuart that his attitude toward studying needed to improve.
Attitude 代表的是态度、心态。Your attitude toward something 也就是你对某事的态度。所以例句说，老师告诉 Stuart 他对读书的态度需要改进，因为呢 your attitude determines your altitude 态度决定高度，所以 attitude 是很重要的。
Yeah, determines how high you will go. And Ting Ting's dad adds, she should have more respect.
他应该要对我多点尊重。然后呢，我们看到 Ting Ting is lying on her bed. She's watching videos on her phone while drinking bubble tea.
Okay, sounds pretty fun. And then we hear the voice of Ting Ting's dad. It'll be in a speech bubble in the comic. He says, Ting Ting, I'm afraid I have something important to do downstairs. Okay? Now, when we say I'm afraid that, it doesn't mean you're scared. It actually is a phrase that's used to give someone bad news. I'm afraid that you didn't get the job. I'm afraid the test results are not good.
I'm afraid that 加上子句，用于要给对方不好的消息或是礼貌的拒绝，像是呢 I'm afraid that I can't go to your wedding tomorrow. Oh no. 我明天恐怕没办法过去参加你的婚礼了。好，给对方一个不好的消息，你用 I'm afraid that 开头。那爸爸说 I'm afraid I have something important to do downstairs.
Right. We can use downstairs as an adverb just to mean below where you currently are in a building or in reference to something else. So it has to be in reference to something else. Otherwise, it doesn't make as much sense. It means below here, below the place we just talked about. We could say, for example, Roy was woken up by a noise. He went downstairs to see what it was. So here we know it means it's in his house, it's below where he's sleeping right now, and so he goes down.
Went downstairs 那就是下楼去，上楼呢我们就用 go upstairs. 所以爸爸说，我楼下还有事情要忙哦。
Yep, and he adds, you'll have to get your own dinner. In other words, I won't make it for you, I'm not going to go out, I'm not even going to order Uber Eats, you sort yourself out.
Okay, because maybe he's gonna go
busy, yeah.
Yeah, he's going to be really busy. 所以他说你自己的晚餐要自己准备，我没有要帮你弄哦。那听听这边呢，我们看到有一个 thought bubble. I'm starting to feel hungry. It's weird that Dad hasn't called me.
Well, of course, she had her headphones in watching this video. She didn't hear her dad. He did call her. He did tell her, but she wasn't paying attention.
So she didn't hear what her dad said to her.
Or she just ignored him because she's sometimes got a bad attitude. But she thinks, oh, it's weird he didn't say anything. What does weird mean? Strange, unusual. This isn't what normally happens.
也就是不寻常的、怪异的，我们可以用 weird 来形容。所以婷婷就心想啦，我肚子开始饿了，爸爸怎么没有叫我去吃饭？还真奇怪。
Okay, so Ting Ting goes into the kitchen to find some food.
婷婷就自己到厨房去找食物吃。And then Ting Ting says, Dad, where are you? This is so strange.
Okay, now it's starting to get strange here because her dad would probably say, I'm down here. He'd reply as she starts to call for him. So we see Ting Ting goes down into the basement, so she goes downstairs to look for her dad. Some things are broken on the floor, and the place looks a mess.
婷婷呢，到地下室去找爸爸，地板上有一些东西都破了，而且一团乱。让我们看到婷婷，然后还有 thought bubble. Dad spends a lot of time experimenting with stuff down here.
So here we're using the word experiment as a verb, okay? As a verb, it means to do some scientific tests to find out if an idea is true or not, or just to get more information about something. You go, well, what happens if we do this? What happens if we add these two things together? The actual test you can also call an experiment. That's the noun form. You're trying it to see what happens. You don't quite know. You've maybe got a guess, but you've still got to do these tests. You still have to experiment to see what happens. For example, the scientists experimented with some new drugs to find out if they could kill cancer cells. So that's what that means. And her dad obviously experiments down in the basement.
Right, experiment 在这边呢当作动词使用哦，代表进行科学实验。Experiment with something， 那就是在某物上面实验，进行某物的实验，好，也可以这样说。那例句讲到的就是科学家进行新药的实验。那课文说到的是呢，爸爸花很多的时间在实验地下室里面的东西。And now, where's Dad?
Good question. Ting Ting walks around going, hello? Dad? Are you down here?
爸，你在这儿吗？然后婷婷又有 thought bubble 出现了。He's not here either. This is awful.
Awful. The word awful means really bad, terrible. Something has gone wrong. It's not right. It's just, oh, I don't want anything to do with it. For example, that movie was so awful. I stopped watching it halfway through. And of course, if your father disappeared out of nowhere, oh, that's awful, that's terrible, that's a nasty thing to happen.
Awful 这个形容词呢，也就是在形容事情糟糕的、令人极不愉快的。所以呢 ，an awful experience 那就是糟糕的经验。所以婷婷这边就在想，爸爸也不在这儿，太糟糕了。
All right, and we see Ting Ting thinking again, another thought bubble. Wait! And she's kind of figuring things out. I know what this is. Dad was making 2 time machines.
OK， 婷婷不知道看到了什么东西，然后他就想到爸爸之前正在做2个时光机器。And then the article says, Ting Ting picks up a plan for 2 time machines.
Right, but I guess she can only see 1. And so she has another thought. Well, if there's 1, where's the other one? I think he used it.
这边有一个啊，另一个在哪边呢？也许爸爸使用它了。Ting Ting picks up the remaining time machine.
Right, so Dad has traveled somewhere in time, so she's got the other one, and she thinks, I have to locate Dad. Now, locate is an interesting verb because in the active and the passive, it has 2 kind of different meanings. In the active voice, it means to find where something or someone is. Police are trying to locate the missing person. I want to locate my keys. But in the passive, it's used to say where something is. The town is located on a hill. The keys are located in my pocket. So here's another example in the active voice. The police are trying to locate the stolen car. And in the passive voice, the city is located in the south of the country.
Locate 这个动词呢，代表找出、查出。所以呢，当我们看到 be located in 某处，代表这个地方位于哪里。像例句说呢，城市位于这个国家的南方。那再来，我们还可以有一个例句，像是 Summer Lake is located in 南投，那代表日月潭位于南投这个地方。婷婷这边心想，我要找出爸爸在哪里。
Yeah, she needs to find her dad. And we also see she thinks or says, I'm worried. He might need my help.
我很担心哦，爸爸可能需要我的帮忙。And then 婷婷，然后有 thought bubble 出现。Let's see. Which buttons do I press?
The word press means apply pressure to something with one's hand or one's finger. Like you might want to go, oh, I'm going to press this button to turn on my phone. Press this switch to turn off the lights, that kind of thing. Or we might say, don't press that big red button. It will cause all the computers to shut down.
Press 这个动作呢，就是指按压，所以 press the button 按按钮。
So, Ting, she's looking around thinking, how do I make this time machine work? And she sees a note on the wall. It has step-by-step instructions. So, first do this, then press this, and so on.
婷婷接下来呢，看见墙上有纸条，上面有 step-by-step instructions， 也就是有步骤指示。再来呢，课文告诉我们啊，婷婷，然后 thought bubble 出现。It seems that all I need to do is press this big red button here. 再来呢，我们看到 language in focus， 这边要看到的是 all that somebody need to do is 后面加 to 再加一个原形动词。那这个句型呢，要表示某人必须做的事情，或是某人只需要做某事。其中的形容词子句 that 加上主词，再加上 have 或 need 用来修饰主词 all。那 be 动词后面呢，通常是省略 to 这个字的，直接接原形动词作为补语就可以了。所以课文上面说的是，似乎我所要做的就是按下这个大的红色按钮。
Exactly. So she does it and she presses the red button. Beep. And then we see she's thinking, nothing happened. Stupid thing. And as most people would do, she bangs the time machine against the table. Work!
Wow, 婷婷呢，她用时光机敲桌子啊
And then, bang! Ting disappears in a cloud of smoke.
她不见了 She disappears.
She disappears. Now, I have a question. Why smoke? Why does the time machine need smoke?
为什么会有烟雾呢
I have no idea, to be honest. Maybe
it's broken?
It could be. She might have broken it by smacking it on the table too hard. But
Yeah.
what we do know is that Ting has disappeared. She has gone and gone, just kind of like a movie.
And Ting really got a bad temper, huh?
She seems to be, we might say she has a short fuse, which means she can go from calm to angry
Very snappy.
fairly quickly. So what we do know is that she has probably traveled somewhere in time, which is quite interesting.
Right, so what's going to happen to her?
And where is her dad?
I guess we'll learn more tomorrow. But for now, let's go to our For You Check question.
Okay.
For You Chat.
Okay, now I will say one thing about time machines here. In a lot of stories, they go, well, let's just not travel in time, but let's travel in place as well. It's kind of an easy way to just see different periods of history in a story, rather than just, I'm going 10 years back and I'm still in the same film studio. So the question relates to that and says, where in the world would you like to visit and why? So you've got a machine, it goes shoom, you disappear in smoke.
Wow.
Where do you want to go?
So if I had this time machine, I would want to go to Peru.
Peru.
To see Machu Picchu.
Okay.
And maybe travel to Egypt to see the pyramids.
Okay, so you're looking at some of the big, famous seven wonders of the world kind of places.
What about you?
Okay, if we discount the normal, maybe I can jump to the UK and back to see the family and not have to quarantine because I got a magic time travel device. But otherwise, I've always wanted to go to Bali in Indonesia. Some nice kind of beach, hot weather, relaxing times. Or somewhere like that. Hawaii.
Nice.
I've always wanted to go to the Hawaiian Islands and just have a nice relaxing time. So, I would take my family off there for a nice beach vacation. It would be a lot of fun. But that is all the time we have right now. Let's take a break here and we'll come back tomorrow to find out what happens to Ting and where she ends up Will she find her dad? Join us next time to find out. See you then. Bye for now.
Bye.
Vocabulary Review.
Attitude. I don't like Barry's attitude. He's lazy and often very rude to people. Downstairs. I live above a convenience store, so I only need to walk downstairs to get a drink or a snack. Experiment. The scientists spent a lot of time experimenting with different medicines to find the cure to the disease. Awful. I don't like this restaurant. The food is awful. I'm going to leave it a 1-star review on Google Maps later. Locate. Locate. Can we open a map on your phone? I'm sure the store is near here, but I can't seem to locate it. Press. Once you've typed the message, just press the Enter key on your keyboard to send it.
智慧小补帖
Weird.
以上节目是由活用空中美语制作，活用空中美语杂志，请洽询全国各大书店。如欲索取试听教材，请来电02-2364-4000 02-2364-4000，或上网查询，网址是 www.english4u.net www.english4u.net